In the quiet Urhobo village of Ogor, nestled among lush palms and whispering streams, a strange wind once stirred. The people, rich in culture and tradition, were equally steeped in superstition. Among them lived a girl named Ejiro, born with a rare birthmark shaped like a crescent moon on her shoulder. To most, she was just a child, but to the village elders and fortune seekers, that mark was a sign, a bad omen foretold in ancient tales. "She will bring destruction," the oldest woman, Mama Vuede, declared when Ejiro was just 7. "Mark my words, no good thing will come from her." The villagers nodded and whispered, their fear shaping her life before it had even begun. Ejiro grew up in the shadow of that prophecy. She was often excluded from festivals, her presence feared at communal gatherings. Children were forbidden from playing with her, and some women crossed themselves when she passed. Even her own father, once full of pride at her birth, withdrew silently into the background, leaving her mother, Itsukiri, to raise her with quiet strength. Despite the cold shoulders and suspicious glares, Ejiro remained unusually calm. She found solace in books, which an old retired teacher, Mr. Oteri, lent her secretly. He saw beyond the superstition, recognizing a rare brilliance in her. "Ejiro," he once said, handing her a dusty old science book, "truth and fear do not live in the same house. One must always drive the other out." His words took root in her heart. At 13, Ejiro began to dream bigger than her surroundings. She wanted to become a biomedical engineer. The very idea sounded foreign to most people in the village, and when she shared her dream during a youth gathering, the room went silent. Then laughter. "She wants to touch machines. She'll cause them to explode," someone sneered. Yet she persisted. Every morning, Ejiro would walk several kilometers to the local school, often with torn sandals and an empty stomach, just to sit in the front row and absorb knowledge. Her dedication caught the attention of a regional scholarship committee. Despite opposition from her village's council, who still whispered of the curse, she was awarded a full scholarship to study in Lagos. That was the turning point. Life in Lagos wasn't easy either. Her accent and rural background made her the subject of ridicule. But Ejiro had grown used to isolation. She carried herself with quiet dignity, burying herself in studies, seeking mentorship, and working part-time jobs to supplement her stipend. She became known for 2 things: her consistency and her kindness. By 28, Ejiro had completed her master's in biomedical engineering and was working on groundbreaking research involving affordable prosthetics for disabled children. Her work earned her international recognition and eventually a prestigious award in Geneva. Back in Ogor, the news arrived like a flood. The girl once feared, the one they cast out, was now being celebrated by the world. At first, there was disbelief, then shame, and finally a quiet pride they were too humbled to speak out loud. Mama Vuede, now aged and frail, reportedly wept in silence after seeing Ejiro's photo on the television. Ejiro returned home one December, not with arrogance, but with compassion. She came bearing medical supplies, scholarships, and a proposal to build a health center in the village. She met with the same elders who once labeled her a curse, now seeking her handshake with trembling humility. In the village square, she spoke with a voice clear and warm. "Let no one's future be determined by fear or ignorance. I was called a curse, but I chose to be a blessing. Consistency, not superstition, changed my life. We must stop burying potential under fear." The crowd was silent, deeply moved. That night, the crescent moon hung softly over Ogor, and for the first time, it was not feared. It was admired. The lesson: Ejiro's story teaches us that what people say about you doesn't have to define you. No matter how dark your beginning may seem, consistency, vision, and self-belief can light up your path. Superstition may have deep roots, but truth and effort bear deeper fruits. If this story inspired you, don't forget to hit the like button. Leave us a comment about what stood out to you, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel for more real and powerful stories like this. Let's keep the fire of inspiration burning.